Well, I just did a little more research here about my earlier statements I made on my UCAM yesterday or whatever. Hesse, the chairman of Sprint, according to Wikipedia, has a bachelor's degree from Notre Dame in Government and International Studies in 1975, an MBA from the Johnson Graduate School of Management at Cornell, and a Master of Science from Massachusetts Institute of Technologies. Well, I guess that, I would have to retract his MBA from Notre Dame. He doesn't have an MBA from Notre Dame, and I guess Cornell and MIT were in the top 20. I've seen him in the top 20 when I went, so I guess that, I have to retract, that Notre Dame's nothing getting 2 or 3 million. Yahoo Finance says he's getting 2.52 million in pay. So that statement, 2 or 3 million a year in paycheck, was correct. We'll go back to maximizing stock owner value. Very simple concept. Maximize revenue, minimize expense, maximize earnings. I mean, that's the basic premise to maximize the value of the stock. And if you want to listen to this bullshit that the purpose of the corporation, any corporation you want to pick, such as Sprint, Merrill Lynch, is to maximize the value of the stock, you maximize the value of the earnings. Sprint lays people off to save money. They say in the newspaper a lot. You'll see hundreds of thousands, whatever people get fired because they don't have enough money paychecks. So in reality, sometimes that issue is reality, and sometimes you got this 2.52 million for the chairman with his degrees that are, I say my degrees are as good as those. What's his GMAT score? If you think, but I wasn't given a chance for that. I call it pocket change. I called, this Wayne Witcher guy was talking about nobody's going to pay me $1 billion a year. Well, I said Hesse over there at Sprint gets 2 or 3 million a year. I consider that pocket change compared to $5 billion a year, which in reality, I think realistically, it is pocket change. But that pocket change would, propel me to my next stage so I could move out of state of Kansas and maybe get a couple of 2 or 3 million paychecks saved up for a year or two's work. Go to a place where the people make $5 billion a year and get the licenses to make $5 billion a year. Because, I didn't goddamn fucking take the ACT score and graduate from high school to be anything less than the highest paycheck in America. And, of course, the richest man. And all these little fucking faggots around here talk about nobody's supposed to make that much money. There's no limit on money. Anybody who says there's a limit on how much paycheck anybody gets, should get, morally get, well, those people are lying punk hypocrites. Just like this nurse Fran Staus in Johnson County Mental Health says nobody's supposed to get more than $30,000 a year to me. Then she turns around and says she personally gets $40,000 a year. Well, they have zero credibility. They're Nazi punks. That's another reason I said nuke them. So money is what it's all about. Lifestyles, rich and famous, as I said to this PhD from UMKC. And then as I walked out last time, he said, we owed him. Who's we? The state of Kansas, UMKC alumni? I went to UMKC. I took an accounting class there, night school a long time ago. Didn't study it, didn't care. I think I got an F because I didn't give a shit. So is that a reason people with UMKC degrees owe me? Well, I think I owe these little faggots a little fucking dishing out too for everything they've done. They want to justify what they do to me for whatever reason. Just like I said, you dish it out, you're going to take it. You fuck with somebody who's better than you, you need to be fucked with, in a similar manner by somebody who's inferior to yourself. And you do something illegal to somebody who's you're better than. There are people who have higher GMATs than me. I got 93% on the GMAT, 96% on the ACT. Does that give somebody who got 94% on GMAT the right to hit me or something? As I was at the plaza the other day. I mean, the GMAT's not the only thing that matters. Higher GMAT without a master's from a top school? I mean, either way, does it give anybody the legal right to legally do anything? Well, they probably do, and they get away with it, don't they? Sometimes they get away with it, sometimes they don't. As I said before, if I shot everybody dead who had a lower ACT score than me, I guess that would set up the precedent that I should be shot dead by somebody who got 97% on the ACT. Is that right? I don't think it's right. Is the ACT the only thing that matters? No. The ACT without the degrees? I don't think. Well, I didn't get what I wanted without the degrees. You want to say you're no different than everybody else? I think it starts with the ACT. But if these fucking punks think they can justify to themselves to fuck me up for whatever reason, then they need to be fucked up the same goddamn logical reason that they're fucking with me. They've got inferior degrees, so they need to be fucked up by people with inferior degrees themselves. And people with inferior degrees themselves need to get more money than them. And I think money is really what it's all about. And all these hypocritical faggot punks around here who say it's not about money or what else, they're jokes. They make me sick, and that's another reason I said nuke 'em.